Hi, this is Abby Mari coming back with another video. Today I'm actually going to be talking on a subject that is kind of different. Like, I don't know if other YouTubers ever talked about things like this, but basically I'm going to just explain how college woke me up. Like, literally, college is the reason why I found God. Like, because so much, I don't want to just say college, but honestly, transitioning from high school to adult life is what made me just really wake up and realize that this is real life that's finna come to me. Like, seriously. So, okay, I'm gonna start with, hopefully this video isn't too long or anything, but okay, I'm gonna start with how I graduated and I started going to church with my friend, mom. I started going to church with her or whatever. So basically, I would go to church with her every Sunday or whatever. And I mean, I just always like, I'm gonna say, I never cared too much for church, but I guess it was because the church I was going to. But now, like, literally when I go to that church, it's just such a family vibe. It's not a big church. Like, I just love being there. Like, I just feel so good there. So I started going to that church every Sunday with her. And then I was still working on going to the military, because that was the original plan. Like, my original plan was after high school I was going to go to the Coast Guard, but some things happened to where I could not go anymore. So at that point I was like, okay, that's the first thing that I was like, okay, I'm gonna just ask God to lead me where he want me to be right now or whatever. So I started working at McDonald's, worst job ever, but I mean, it was getting stuff paid for, you know. So that was August. I want to say that's August, and all my friends had already been enrolled in school. They was gone. Like, I was there by myself for the most part. I mean, my best friend, she left. We left at the same time, which was January 2016. But like, I hated being there. My friends was in school and stuff like that. But so yeah, so I prayed and I prayed and I was like, okay. And one day I just woke up and I was like, I'm gonna just apply to school, whatever. I never, in high school, I never, ever, ever said I want to go to college, ever. Like, that was just something I did not want to do. I always said I wanted to go to the military. So I enrolled to school. I got accepted to Clayton State, and then I was about to move in, but we had to do all the financial aid stuff. We sat there on the computer and figured it out. So I sent my financial aid stuff to Clayton State. They got it. Went to orientation and everything. And then, I mean, after that, it was like, everything was good. Everything was good. But then I felt like I had hit rock bottom again, because I was supposed to move in like January, I want to say like January 9th, classes started January 11th or something like that. But I didn't know that I had to pay for a housing application. So I couldn't move in because I didn't have a dorm. So I had to come out, well, I had to pay $300 or either $250. I think it was $300. Yeah, it was $300. I had to pay $300 to get my dorm and stuff. But every time I called up here, they would be like, they was full, they didn't have no more dorms, stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, like, I literally felt like I wanted to break down, because by then my best friend, she had left and she had went to school or whatever, that moved in her little dorm or whatever. So I was just like there by myself. Like, I was like, wow, like, this is crazy. So whatever, I prayed on it once again. And my best friend at the time ended up, he gave me $150 so that I could move into my dorm. And then I was working at McDonald's, so I had the other $150. But I'm telling y'all, like, I was so stressed, like, that whole week. Like, I was crying like crazy. I was scared. Like, I was like, no, I don't want to be home. Like, I just didn't want to be home or whatever. So, yeah. So, I got the house and stuff paid for. Yeah, so I moved in. Everything was good or whatever. And then another little obstacle had happened. What happened was freaking financial aid. I did not have enough money to be in school. And it was like a payment period or something to that nature, to where if I didn't have it paid by that Thursday, then they was gonna put me out. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like, you know, like I just came out on $300 to move in here, moved all my stuff in, and now it's another like little situation going on. So yeah, so I had went down to financial aid and I ended up applying for the Parent Plus loan. But so my mom had to, like, basically they put that on her credit or however it works. So we did that or whatever, and they gave it to me. So then I had enough money to you know, stay. But the crazy thing was, I was like, okay, like, my mom was just like, just pray on it, just pray on it, just pray on it. But I was like, okay. My mom, she told me anything happens, she just be like, just pray on it or whatever. But that day, I sat there, I was like crying and stuff. So I just prayed or whatever. I prayed that, you know, I'll be able to stay at school or whatever the case may be. So I prayed, and then I took a nap, because after all that I was tired. Like, I was tired or whatever. So I still went to my classes that week and whatnot. And then, like, once you know, everything was straight, I guess, like, once the stuff was paid off, they didn't bother me no more. I had got like a refund of over $1,000. Like, I was lit. I was so happy or whatever. But then I had to pass my classes. Bruh, I failed it. I failed chemistry. I failed chemistry, and I failed chemistry lab. And I don't know how. I mean, I do know how, because the teacher was so boring. Like, he was so boring, and the class was hard, and he was boring. It was just not the move. I was like, sir, come on now. You know this class boring, so you got to make it turn for us. So whatever. I ended up stopped going to the class, and I failed my other, I think I had like 6 classes that semester. So my other 3 classes I did pass. So that was that about the classes that really woke me up and made me like, really, like, that whole semester was just like me. I guess I was building, you know, building a relationship with God or whatever. But I didn't really realize that's what I was doing. But I mean, that's what it was. So then I moved over to the I guess I'm gonna call them the upperclassmen apartments or whatever. So I just started praying more. Just things started falling into place. Like, it was just, everything was going so good or whatever. School was going good. I was taking summer classes in. School was going good. Class going, like, everything was just good. Work was good. So that's that. And then after summer semester ended, I had to move to another apartment or whatever. And this apartment, my friend, my roommate, actually, she had tagged me in this video. I'm gonna put the link in the description, but it was a good video. Like, it had me crying. Like, it was like, it's actually by this guy. He wrote a book. The book is Purpose Awakening. And his name is, his name is Tory Roberts or whatever. And that's who, he's a pastor over in LA. So I'll also leave a link to buy this book, because this book is good. But basically the video was like 5 tips to find your soulmate or something to that nature. And my roommate had tagged me in there. I was like, okay, whatever. The video was like 2 hours long, and I was like, dang, okay, I'm gonna watch it or whatever. That video had me crying. Like, literally. It's not even that the whole soulmate thing was what had me crying, but it was just that he really touched some points that it was like, you know, finding yourself before you're trying to find a soulmate. Find yourself or whatever. And that's really, he talked about this in the he talked about that in the book as well. Like, the book is it's called Purpose Awakening. Basically, it's like, find your purpose in life, like finding your purpose in life or whatever, because to this day I still don't know my purpose or whatever. So yeah, like, it was that or whatever. And that video, it really touched me. I was sending that video to everybody, but anywho, so it was that. But basically, it was just things that was, what woke me up was things going on in my life. The things that was going on in my life made me want a relationship with God so bad. But then it was like, once everything was still going smooth or whatever, I still wanted to keep that bond. Like, I didn't want to just let that bond go, even though, you know, things was going good in my life and still are going good in my life. Like, it doesn't matter to me. Like, I still want to keep my relationship with God regardless. My relationship with God is, you know, stronger than anything, anybody, it don't matter. So it just don't think this video is trying to make you change your religious beliefs or anything, because that's not what this video was requested from one of my friends. She told me to do a video on basically what made me change my way of life, and this is exactly what I'm telling y'all. Like, college is what made me change. Like, being here has taught me so much, and that's what is, like, important. And that's what, I guess that's why I'm here right now, because I'm learning myself. I'm learning, like, not only, you know, the schoolwork for my major or whatever, but I'm learning other things. So yeah, but honestly, okay, I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm gonna just end it at that. College is what, you know, helped me build a relationship with God, but you'll find him on your own time. Like, I promise you, something may go wrong in your life or something may not go wrong in your life, but whatever the case may be, that's when you're gonna find him. I mean, I'm not saying that everybody, you know, I know some people who may watch this who don't believe in God, but I'm just saying you'll find him on your own time, honestly. And when you find him, it is the best feeling ever. Like, literally, like, you will hear his voice, you will feel his presence, like, everything. But it takes that relationship to know that that's him. Like, and it's also, oh, I'm sorry, I really was going to end it, but it's also the people who you surrounded by. The people who you surrounded by will impact you so much. Like, seriously, it will impact you, because if you around a bunch of negative people, you gonna catch them negative vibes, you gonna catch that negative energy. Like, but if you around a bunch of positive people who want stuff in their life, who, you know, just doing their thing or whatever, you gonna feel that energy, and you gonna want, you know, good for yourself or whatever. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Honestly, this time I am. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, because I do love getting comments or whatever. So we'll just end it on that. Hopefully y'all did like this video though, because I wasn't gonna talk about it, but I feel like it was, somebody probably needed to hear it, so why not? And that's all. Bye.